just sparse land, but there was this beautiful lake, and we just sat on the bank of the lake and decided that we wanted. And we just knew that this is where we'd love to spend the rest of our life.
Earlier on it was just sand dunes, dunes with lots of acacia. We had to clear up, we had to level the land. And then when we started putting in the first plants, we got fancy seed, which failed to grow. And then we realized, hey, let's look back and see, what's everyone around you doing? What do the locals do? And where do they source their seed from? The traditional varieties, the local varieties that have been growing traditionally here. Then you'll find that your production goes up because they got it right.
We saw this little 5-line ad that said, Haryana tourism, it had to be a farm, which is what we are, farmers, and the tourism had to be within that theme. One is our local tourist, which will be from Gurgaon. They live in multi-storied concrete buildings. They work in multi-storied concrete glass buildings. They just drive half an hour and they're in green. They're in fresh air to share the peace. What a lot of people say, there's no artificial noise here. You only hear the birds or the cows or the hens. It is an experience for people who are not from India to actually see how harvesting is done by hand, how ploughing is done, how tilling is done, how sowing is done by hand. So these are novelties. But also I would like to mention that there are a lot of Indians who haven't seen how milking is done. So they love to bring their kids to watch the milking. Our women are brilliant. They're brilliant. Their day starts, they've been my total inspiration. Their day starts at 3 o'clock in the morning, from looking after the animals to cutting the fodder, cooking for their families. Then they come here at 8 o'clock and look after my farm. And they have taught me everything I know about farming. I haven't learned it from books. They have taught me what it actually is. That our traditional villages, our villages, they don't waste anything. Nothing is wasted. It's always recycled, reused. Even a little bit of fabric is made into rope. And that has totally inspired me. So there's no bit of wastage. Even the food that we throw away is composted. We mix it with leaves, we mix it with cow dung. And it's so much we get out of it because it goes back into the soil and it gives us vegetables that taste like nothing. Come and drop their children at the school and then go on to the mines because they actually used to break stone at the mines. And this was before the Supreme Court banned the mining in the Aravalis. So these women used to walk up 8 to 10 kilometers to the stone mines, quarries, break stone, and then come back late at night, tired, exhausted, and carry on with their duties. My friend and I, we decided that we'll try to get the women to do something, and we got people to donate machines, we bought a few sewing machines, and we started our sewing center.
So there were about 20 odd ladies who bought these machines from us. It took them 2 years to pay 2200 rupees or 1600 rupees to us. So now what we feel is at least they all have a machine. They own a machine so they can work at home,
And it's easier for them to take out maybe half an hour a day and work at home instead of coming to us and working. So it was good that they now own their machines, they're proud of what they own, they're able to look after their own property, and they keep coming and getting work from us. And then that's when Jane came in, just at the right time. Just when we were wondering, what do we do now? How many bags can we sell?
And so, of course, the minute I see something made by hand, I stop. So I looked at them and I said, oh, this is so pretty. And Ela said, well, we have a sewing center, and the ladies at the sewing center make these very nice little envelopes out of the cloth. And then we got to talking, and she asked me what I did, and I said, I'm a designer. And she said, we have a sewing center, would you like to come and help us? And I jumped at the chance because I've always wanted to be involved in some kind of project like this. And then one day I said, okay, well, You know, I have a store in New York, and I need some bags. So I'm going to bring a bag, and if you can make these bags, I will pay you to make them. And everyone became enthusiastic, everyone became energized, and they started making all kinds of little things.
ये तो नहीं पता, लेकिन भाई ऐसा कौन भाई पहनते हैं, कौन बहन पहनती हैं, कौन अम्मा पहनती हैं, कौन पर लेकिन जब इसको बनाते हैं ये जैन दीदी इसको सिला करके वापसी लेके दिखाती है तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, आसान लगता है ये कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती इसमें इसमें मैं कर लेती हूँ इसको। तो जैसे सुबह शाम काम करती हूँ तो दिन के जो समय 1-2 घंटे निकाल कर इसे काम कर लेती हूँ। बेटी या मैं क्या कमाई है या मैं तो वैसे कैसा हो थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा कम जा, कोई बच्चे को कम आ जाए। प्राइवेट हम सरकारी में पढ़ रहे हैं, कहीं बच्चे कॉफ़ी मांग रहे हैं, कहीं किताब मांग रहे हैं, कुछ खाने के लिए मांग रहे हैं, तो ऐसे थोड़ा थोड़ा वो अच्छी लगती है। जैसा आपस में बैठ जाते हैं, बतलाते हैं, हंसते हैं, अपनी भी बताते हैं, उसकी भी कुछ सुनते हैं, तो वो अपनी मन की बात खुल जाती है, तो उससे इंसान का कुछ अच्छा लगता है, हल्का हो जाता है।
Sometimes I wonder, I mean, what am I doing and how much difference this little things that we do. But when they came to me and they said, thank you, you're helping us run our kitchens, then I realized it. Then I realized, because they told me.
We had rented out someone's courtyard, a villager's courtyard. We were under 2 trees, 16 or 17 kids, with 2 blackboards, 4 teachers, and yeah, that's how this started.
So what I tried to do was to get them under one roof, get these kids under one roof and provide a free meal, a free uniform and free books, and give them free tutorials to kind of help them reach a certain standard so that they would go back to the government facility.
When Ilanti started this, it was about pulling them back into the system and wanting them to study. So now they come here and they want to stay in school.
मैम मुझे बच्चों को पढ़ाना इसलिए अच्छा लगता है कि क्योंकि हम भी बच्चे थे पहले। हाँ, मैं जब पढ़ाते थे तो जो हमें पढ़ाते थे तो मुझे शुरू से ही पढ़ना और दूसरे को छोटे बच्चों को पढ़ाना उसी दिन से मुझे अच्छा लगता है मैम। क्योंकि जैसे हम पढ़ के थोड़ा सा हमें दिमाग है, हम अपने जो जितनी भी हमें शिक्षा है हम छोटे बच्चों को शिक्षा को बांट सकते हैं।
I thought I was taking the easier option coming here, which is not the easier option. It's hard work when you get here. It has to be enough to see that these children are coming here and they smile and they go and they have a lunch and then they get to play on the swings or they read a book, and that has to be enough. And I do relax here because I think I can make a difference, because it's so small. If I want to do something, anything, as long as it is productive and sustainable, then I'm allowed to do it. And I would never ever be able to do that in the UK.
We have a kind of thought process. At this particular age, child should be in 6th class. At that particular age, child should be in 7th class. But we fail to acknowledge that he may have different level at different age. And our aim is not to focus on numbers. Our aim is to focus on quality of the children. So we are trying to maintain that quality by paying individual attention to individual child. And every child is being given a chance to participate in every activity. So no matter at what level they are. Though we have a kind of timetable, like climate is nice and kids wants to play, and then we try to design some kind of play that they are playing as well and learning as well. Honestly, they are not even aware that they are becoming self-reliant, they are becoming organized, they are becoming confident, they are developing communication skills. Lots of things are happening, lots of processes are going on, and they are not even aware. So it's fun.
Come with a plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve at the end of the week. It's enough. But what we need is time for people to come in and just teach whatever it is. And a lot of people are like, we're not teachers, we can't teach. But it's just about what you're passionate about. It could just be the fact that I love the environment. So tomorrow I can come here and actually teach the kids everything I know about the environment, and that helps a lot.
To just come and accept it and live it rather than being like, this is me and I'm outside of all of this, just to kind of try really hard to assimilate yourself. And then the work will come, basically, because you see where there's a need in doing that. And I mean, it's absolutely mad working here, but you need to be prepared all the time. But that's why it works, because there's always a need being identified and a desperate need, a desire to fill that need very quickly.